When Ed Scheffelin came to the western settlement of Huachuca to prospect, his friends said he'd find his tombstone before finding any silver. Well, in 1877, Ed Scheffelin called his first claim Tombstone. Well, that started all the rumors, and rumors of major strikes caused this town to be a boom town. That, along with a lot of other infamous things, made this the town too tough to die. Ed Scheffelin was a tough guy before and after he hit his silver mother lode.
Back then, if you crossed the San Pedro River into this area, it was believed the Apaches would likely kill you. He named his first mine the Tombstone and his second mine the Graveyard. And he eventually hit some very successful strikes. In an area where silver was selling for $1, $1.05 an ounce, he hit ore that was worth $15,000 a ton.
At that time, there were no women, no schools, or churches. It was all men. By the time the silver mines gave out, prospectors like Scheffelin had extracted over $40 million in ore.
By 1879, it was just under 500 people, but by 1882, it was 5,300 people. Exponential growth. It was a rocket, this town. Huge growth. The ore was coming out of the mines like crazy, and it was a sudden strike that was very wealthy and known all over the world at the time.
All that wealth lured in everyone from outlaws and citizens to drunks and ladies of the evening.
Tombstone was an exciting place once the boom hit. You had everyone coming here. You had your frontier parasites, the kind of people that just preyed on other people.
But those new riches also brought Tombstone some early sophistication and luxury.
Very quickly, Tombstone became a modern city. By 1881, they had gas lights on the main street, and they also had the beginning of point-to-point telephone service, believe it or not.
Even the saloons got nicer, like the Crystal Palace, and sometimes 5 bartenders at a time worked to quench the thirst of all these folks with newfound money. But alas, all good boom towns come to an end.
Tombstone was a shallow silver strike. There was a lot of it close to the surface, but it didn't last very long, and they hit water underneath the mines, and eventually that was what would kill the town. That's the ironic part of Tombstone. It had this ironic luck. The very thing that you need for life in the desert is water, and that's what destroyed the town. To my way of thinking, Tombstone symbolizes the American West. And if you want to understand the American identity, you have to come to the West. And if you want to understand the West, you have to come to Tombstone. This is where it all happened.
Of course, one of the biggest reasons Tombstone is so well known is because of an infamous 30-second shootout at the OK Corral. Coming up, we'll take a closer look at everything that led to that legendary shootout between the Earps and the Clantons.